Good morning, good morning. There's a chicken out. Going to get it before my dog does. That is starting to become a little too common. I'm gonna have to clip some of these wings. So today we are, I don't know, we're Thursday. I don't know what date we are, but we probably had our last frost. I'm saying that because we had a frost last night and the night before, and people here, experienced gardeners here, say to not plant in the garden at least frost tender stuff before the full moon of June. And this year it's on June 4th. And as much as I don't really believe in all that stuff, I do believe in experience. So when someone that's been gardening here for 30 years says that, I'm thinking, who am I to doubt of that? And a lot of people say that, so I'm really trying really hard to follow these guidelines. And this year it's on June 4th, so that's next in a week and a half. And for the next 2 weeks, the forecast, there's not a single night that is that seems to go under 9 or 10 degrees Celsius. So everyone's pretty excited around here. So we have a lot of work to do. I did work a lot on the garden, but not this. I didn't want to name this this video a garden tour because nothing really grew, but I did change some things. So I'm going to do this little garden update tour because I did change some stuff that, I mean, some of them is just like visual stuff and everything, but I'm going to do that, and after that I'm going to spend the day sowing. I think I'm going to start by sowing all the seeds that I can, and then I'm going to go, because not all my plants are hardened off. They're not all ready to go in the garden, but last year what I did was actually doing quite the opposite of acclimating it from outside to from inside to the outside. I just planted some and covered them for a part of the day during the heat of the day, and covered them less and less. So it was pretty successful. So I might do some of that stuff, but I will start by the most frost hardy things that I have, meaning I'm not going to plant some peppers outside right now. It's still pretty frosty. I'm going to plant in, not pretty frosty, but pretty cool. I'm going to plant in the greenhouse some of my frost tender stuff, but I'm not going to do it all. I'm going to go with a few plants today, a few plants tomorrow, and going like that. That way, if I lose something, I'm not going to lose everything. So we'll start that at the entrance of the garden. So let's start here with one thing I changed. We did put some wood chips here because it was getting all muddy, but I did improvise this little arc here. I wanted to do it for a while, but I was waiting on wood, but I was thinking, why not do it like that? So I did plant some of my vines here. Eventually it's gonna have to be sturdied up, but whatever. So the garlic is doing pretty well here. I was scared that my mulch was too thick, but it seems to be going pretty well. Then one of the main things we did was actually finally finish these two beds the blue ones here, and so I did add this arch and the one at the back there. I did clean earlier this week most of the beds, but this one was so full of weeds. It really, I mean, my fingers hurt. I did I did sow some carrots here. No, not carrots. I did plant some of Amy's squashes here. So, but like yesterday or the day before, so I don't think it was too early. I decided to use these holes in those bricks to plant everything that's gonna climb. So this is where it's not going to take some space in the bed. I did plant some snap peas in there. Same thing on the other side. I did sow some carrots here. Now I do have to sturdy up a lot of these structures. I know I bought a drill bit to dig these holes. I just don't know where it is. I received it sometime this winter, and I don't know what I did with it. I did, like a complete amateur, plant some broccolis that I bought, and they kind of I did not hardy them off, so that's what happened. For some reason, since it was coming from the nursery, I was thinking that maybe it's gonna be better, but whatever. I do have some leeks, some onions, and some parsnip from last year on this bed, and our flowers are doing really well. On this side, we do have crosney, whatever, coming out here. I'm really happy about that. It took some time last year. I did plant some carrots here, but doesn't seem to see anything. I really struggle with carrots, by the way, if you don't know me. So we'll see if something happens with that. This bed, I did the same stupid mistake. All my cabbage died. I think the mix of the sun and the freeze was just way too much. So I'm gonna have to replant here. Now we're gonna get out and see how it looks like. So we just saw these 6 beds. We have 6 here too. I did the same mistake here. I do have some tatsoi that seems to be doing pretty well. Well, pretty not bad. This half of the bed is filled with onions, along with this one. On this one we do have some onions too, but I did not sow these. These are coming from last year. I thought they all died last year. Seems like they didn't. I still have some carrots here that I hope are going to do something. I did plant some beans on these 2 sides here, but I was thinking that not with these ones, but since I did this one and this one, maybe I would put them on the outside too, the ones I have already. But I'm not sure, since there's already a lot of stuff to do. Here we officially have leeks that did not do well last year. They just came back this year. And on this bed here, same stupid mistake. I know. We had a few days with no sun and a lot of rain, so I was thinking that I didn't have to hardy them off as much. Seems like that's not how it worked. I do have some radishes. I do have some things growing here. Don't know if we can see it. I can't see on my camera. I did plant some radishes, some... what did I plant? I did plant some peas. I'm going to have to remove some of the mulch because I can see some of them coming out. This bed here, I started to clean yesterday, but that's about it. And this one here was cleaned. I need to come back and weed. And I did plant some kale and broccoli that are struggling but are still alive. And this side has nothing yet. So this is how it looks for this garden. So most of it is quite ready. I'm happy about that. Next we come in this part that upgraded the most, but since the chicken run is there, we're not going to be able to see quite the result I want, but maybe we can have a little idea from what I did. So this side is the secret garden. I did slowly but surely bring some bricks in here. When I have a bag or something, I put it in the under there. I mean, there you can see it. And each time I do some wheelbarrow. Each time I come with my wheelbarrow, I put a few bricks in there on top of my mulch or whatever, and continue to add to this spiral. This is a little, I don't know. The kids use it to sit, but it's not supposed to be that. It's not sturdy. I really need to find a way to make this look more straight. This is the interesting part that I started working on. You saw a little bit of it on my trees planting video. So this is my apple tree. We have some blackberries here, and these are pots I'm going to fill with strawberries as soon as I receive them this week. And this is Egyptian walking onion that my neighbor came and gave to me. I had some already, but but I sure would not refuse more. So I decided to mix the perennial and annual things in here to make it more interesting and to have some things that grow high and some low. So I did have so many onions that I did plant some onions in here. This is full of onions. I think I'm up to over 1,000 onions right now, if this all goes well. Under this one, I did plant some cabbage too, but I'm not going to repeat myself. Same thing happened. And under this one is some asparagus that I bought at, I bought these little things that get sold. Oh, I think I saw the wrapper here. So this kind of packaging, I have no idea how well this is going to turn out. Ramasse-les! I have no idea how well this is going to turn out. Thing that sucks is that it's going to take a while before I know it. So I don't know what to think about that, but I did want some more asparagus since we do have some near the house, but it's really not that much. So if we come on this side, we can walk through it on the bricks, but we can come in here. I did put this here. I honestly don't know why. I was thinking about my raspberries I'm going to receive this week. But I'm not going to plant them on some cardboard like that. So I decided to leave it there, knowing that a lot of rain was coming. Whatever. The worst case scenario, I'm going to remove it. But I would like to have a similar thing than here, but maybe with a curve to follow this circle. So I'm probably going to plant some raspberries in a curve here. Usually this would all be a garden, so I'm not gonna walk there. We have some of the trees bushes I planted here. I explained it in a video earlier, but this is to the last owner actually built this to it's supposed to be upside down, and he was tying up lights from these hooks to the top, and it was making Christmas trees. But I won't do that, or at least not right now. So I decided to turn it upside down. This one is a small one. That's why it's already planted. This one is really big. We still need to work it out. I would like to do something in here, encircle maybe some tomatoes that I'm going to let climb, or I don't know yet, something that's gonna climb up to each of these hooks. This is a semi-interesting part because it did progress, but I did not put much effort into it. We have the cherry tree here, cherry tree there. This is all potatoes. Everywhere you see that, we have potatoes. I had so many of them, and honestly not that much time to dig, and I did have some hay, so I decided to try the trick and to just leave them on the floor on the ground with the hay on top. I was thinking, worst case scenario, I'm gonna have nothing, so I'm gonna be short a few bucks, but better case scenario, I'm gonna have a few potatoes, but at least my ground is going to be working. And I'm gonna try. So why not try? This is potatoes too. I should add some mulch. I have these really invasive weeds. They just come and pierce through just everything. So I decided to, give up. I can't do much about it. They're just everywhere. No matter where I go, they just pop everywhere. So I hope my potatoes will be able to fight through this. If not, well, what do you want? So this is starting to get a little bit of a shape of the semi-maze I want. Same thing here. I did plant some onions here on this side, but we do see a few tips, which I'm happy I didn't realize before. On this side, I did plant some gourgane, which is like a huge bean, and I did see a little bit of it. I don't know what that is. I think I saw one. Yes, this one. It's pretty long to germinate. So I hope this is gonna work because I don't have any anymore, and I would really like to cook my parents some gourgane soup. And that's it for this side. I'm saying that's it for this side. That's it for this small update. I have all my seeds in my apron, so I have a big day ahead. We have a big day ahead of us. So I'm just going to leave you guys here and see you on the next video. Bye.